Hello guys, Javin here to give you a random ass video, and I found this book. It's my old Jeff Adventure character book plus planning. I made this when I first made this back 2008. I remember it was the summer after I graduated in high school. So yeah, look at this. So I'm not done with it. I don't think I'll ever be done with it because this is the old Jeff Adventure. Well, actually, it's not the old Jeff Adventure. No, not the one that I read to you. It's it's kind of like the precursor to Project JA, what you know now. You know, with these characters here. So yeah, this was gonna be the official storyline, but then I scrapped it because I want Project JA to be more mature. Bit darker, of course, but yeah, let's look at this and see what I've done. Of course, I drew here a little table of contents: main characters, supporting characters, minor characters, bosses, order of appearance. Let's say this is a video game. Enemies, alphabetical order, and other planning. And as you can see, copyright Jose F. Mojica. This was before JFM Studios, so it was copyrighted under my name. Of course, I gotta put Square Enix, because Jeff Adventure or Project JA, it has to have Square Enix with me. I have to have their help or their permission to do stuff because it has Final Fantasy references, and of course Matt Grading because Bart Simpson's in here. Yeah, some characters do not belong to me, so, yeah, okay, so here's the logo. Yeah, Jeff Adventure with the biohazard sign and everything. But I like what I've done here. This, main characters, what is it? I made the little burn effect on this, and then the Zeronium liquid, because since it plays an integral part of the story. So here we have Jeff Mojica, age 15, weapons daggers, and these are all his weapons, from weakest to strongest. So yeah, that's cool. His overdrive moves. Yeah, like I said, this is supposed to be a video game. He always has this sword, this dagger equipped. So yeah. Let me see if I can focus. Okay, abilities. This is all weird. Since I was into Kingdom Hearts 2, he learns these abilities at certain levels, and he can equip a certain number of abilities, like antibody that prevents him from getting poisoned, combo plus. It increases his combo. Instead of hitting 2 times in a row, if you equip 1 or 2, then let's say you equip 2 combo pluses, then he attacks 4 times instead of just 2, because you add 2 on the combo plus. Insomniac, it prevents him from falling asleep. Bright Eyes, it prevents blindness. Jelly prevents him from getting petrified. Body Temperature prevents him from getting overheated or frozen. And yeah, I made this up, Death Dodge, just in case an enemy tries to cast death on him, he has a chance to dodge it. So yeah. Copyright JFM. Next page is his cousin, Ray Ilreze. He's 11. I don't like this picture, his profile picture, because he's too low, he's not centered. But yeah, he's the swordsman. These are his swords. Gotta admit, even though this was like 13, no, it's not 30, a long time ago, I actually did a good job coloring everything. This was after high school, so of course I have to be a little good. And his abilities here. Yeah, this is him. Next guy, Bart Simpson, with his Emerald Guard attire. Yeah, he has spears, trident, all the way to dragon's hair, and his little side weapon, a slingshot, because it's Bart Simpson. Next guy, Andy. Yep. He's my original character, but he is a black mage, so it's both of our characters, Square Enix and Japan. He has a staff. So, yeah, he's not very strong physically. So he has the strongest MP, or magic attack of everybody in the group. So, yeah, and abilities, he learns different types of magic on the way. So, yeah, all the way to Faraga, Blizzaga, and Thundaga. Level 40, he learns that. And everybody maxes out at level 50. Quinn. Quinn is still here. I still have him. So yeah, he is a Ku, or whatever you call it. They are a clansman of people in Final Fantasy IX who love to eat and cook. They're gluttons, basically. Look at that, he's 22. Wow. I'm older than him. I can't believe it. So he has forks. Normal fork and gastro fork. And of course these are oversized forks, so yeah, they're not like tiny forks. Zeke, who is Link, basically, only the Link that we had in Uncle Link, that certain attitude, I gave that attitude and personality to Zeke. So there you have it. And he has claws. Cat's claws all the way to Kaiser Knuckles. Space Cube, which I've turned into a little space bag or something like that. It's a little bag he carries that can hold anything. There's, they can put their go-kart inside it and they can fit perfectly. While the bag is still, relatively small, like no larger than this thing, that lamp. So, yeah, next guy, Blank. He's an actual character for Final Fantasy IX. I scrapped him for Ian, since we need a white mage. Ian is this guy in the middle. We need a white mage. Blank is just he's basically Auron from Final Fantasy X. That sort of a sentinel guy with the big blades, huge attack stat. And Novice. Look how cute Novice was. Now, he looks a bit more robotic. Yeah, he has no weapons. He is his own little thing. Summary of the main heroes. I'll just read off of here. Jeff, the main protagonist, he lives with his cousin Ray in Peridot Bay. When their home got destroyed by the Yellow Viper, he leads them on the way to find the person responsible. He's caring and confident. Jeff fights with 2 daggers, and he had his black dagger for a very long time. He'll never give it up. Ray. Ray is Jeff's cousin. He acts like a sidekick to Jeff, but he can hold on his own if he's alone. His main weapon is a short sword. About his personality, he's a bit too rude to people if they annoy him. His catchphrase is, "Let's go, go, go." Oh, and also he drives the go-kart. Bart. Everybody knows who Bart Simpson is. But in this story, he was a junior officer in Emerald City. He found Jeff and Ray on the glacier and brought him to Emerald City. He soon gets fired and exiled. Then he follows Jeff and Ray around. He loves to mess around with Zeke and Andy. He attacks with spears. Andy, a 9-year-old black mage who's always bullied. At first he wanted to go back to Black Mage Village, but when he got there nobody wanted him near. He has a crush on Mary, the Queen's maid. Andy is very shy and hates to yell. He attacks with stabs, but he uses his black magic a lot. Quinn. Quinn is like the normal everyday Ku. He loves to cook and he loves to eat. He mostly serves as comic relief, but he can be very useful for moving heavy objects. He rarely gets angry and talks primitively. He attacks with giant forks. Zeke is actually an 18-year-old with a condition to stay as a 10-year-old forever. He can be a bit rude to people, and he's a big pervert. However, he is mostly comic relief, just like Quinn and Bart. He carries a space cube that stores tents, food, and the go-kart. He uses claws and fights. Blank. Blank is just a pilot without a plane. He keeps things to himself and didn't like Jeff at first. Blank found himself stuck with the team, but as time passes, he found himself stuck. Excuse me. But as time passes, he finds out it's for a worthy cause. Blank's very helpful when it comes to driving planes, airships, and boats. He attacks with long, sharp swords known as blades. Novice. Novice was made by scientists in the Desert Palace as a weapon. Quinn released him on accident, thinking he was food. Since Novice wasn't fully programmed, he chooses to help Jeff's team instead of the Desert Palace. Novice uses himself as a weapon. And yeah, this is my very early Photoshop attempt. Just putting things together. I didn't paint anything other than this little digital logo here. I used one of Microsoft's stock photos as background. Weird. Overall character stats. I was this, I don't know, so weird. Of course, Ray has the speed, Bart has the magic defense, Andy has the magic attack, and Quinn has magic defense all the way up for some reason. Novice has evasion since he's so small and quick. Blank has high defense, and Jeff is more balanced. Supporting characters. Look at that, it's flowing in the wind. Oh man, Megan. Megan is a wide-eyed 8-year-old girl who lost her parents during an attack from the Yellow Viper, summoned by Zero. She is one of the few survivors from her town. She got adopted by Dr. Scott and now lives in Ruby City. She first met Jeff and Ray in the Peridot Bay Festival and luckily escaped before the bay got destroyed by the same Viper. Because of her sad position, she motivates the team to get Zero and stop him and the Viper. Later in the story, she gets held ransom by Derek Belger in order to force Jeff and the others to do a deed for him. Fun fact, she loves to sing. She sings the song for the end credits. Duh. Look at that, it's so dumb. Alright, Dr. Scott, age 46. Man, he looks... Oh. To think he looks like much older than that. Looks like in his 60s or something. 46? Yeah, whatever. Dr. Timothy Scott is the head researcher / scientist for fluid search. I don't know, that's what it says here, fluid research. That's so weird. The head research scientist for fluid research. Redundant. Okay, Jeff and the others first met him when they arrive at Ruby City. Dr. Scott first asked Jeff's crew, to get rid of some pesky spyware puppets infesting his lab basement. Throughout the story, Dr. Scott helps clear things out by researching the mysteries of the Zeronium fluid infesting the islands and soon pinpoints its source. So thanks to him, Jeff and the others stop the Zeronium source at Mount Glug and find a cure for the infected people. He was a father before adopting Megan. His only daughter, Jill, was kidnapped by pirates. His wife was killed by those same pirates. Mary. She is the maid to Queen Bertha, the queen of the Black Mage village. During the story, the queen's pregnant with her first baby, and it will be Mary's job to help with the birth and breastfeed. Keep in mind that Mary's 8 in Black Mage years, which is 16 in human years. Andy has a crush on her, and she just might have a crush on him back. When she hears the goal of Jeff's team's mission, she fully supports them. She hates the Zeronium-infected monsters, and unfortunately, she can't fight them off because she's taking care of the queen. She only knows a little black magic and a bit of white magic. Fun fact, her dream is to marry and have kids herself as soon as possible. She can marry at 8. Black mage thing. Okay. Well, she is 16, so in human years. This guy, well, Tuck. Tuck is a part-time party member Ray and Andy first met him on their way to the Black Mage Village. He joins them for a while until Ray and Andy run away from the village. Later, he helps the whole team through an underground mine shaft to Mount Glug. Finally, he crosses dimensions with Jeff and the others to Derek's Valley and helps with the final battalion. Tuck uses 2 Tonfas to fight with. Yeah, this is all his stuff. Oh, the Pathrider, which is the go-kart. The Pathrider is the team's go-kart and main transportation vehicle. It can be a bit of drag to bring it along with their quest, but luckily Zeke's space bag that can hold anything carries it around when it's not needed. Throughout the journey, the Pathrider can be upgraded with armor and new weapons. Ray drives the Pathrider mostly, and Novice can attach himself for more protection. And here are the little upgrades. Mud tires, a fine bumper, fog lights, foam lining, double guns, mirrors, super bumper, a wagon, a back cannon, shield doors, chain tires, a windshield, razor edges, seekers, and ultra bumper. Too bad I didn't draw it. Items. Potion, high potion, ether, elixir, a phoenix down, phoenix pinion, antidote, soft, echo screen, eye drops, magic tag, vaccine, clear fog, running hourglass, X potion, and thermopack. Minor characters. Oh boy. Alright, these 3. Alright, the Ruby Rascals. These group of kids are called the Ruby Rascals. They are 3 orphaned kids who take a route of anarchy and chaos. The 3 of them cause trouble in Ruby City, mostly messing with Dr. Scott. Nora, despite her age and fact that she's a girl, acts like the group's leader. She orders the other 2 around, and they obey. They even jumped in an infested pond for her. Little did they know that the pond was contaminated with zeronium, and they formed into a giant deformed mutation. Jeff, Ray, Bart, and Novice toppled them. Dr. Scott used them as a guinea pig to test out a new cure for the zeronium infection and was successful. They turned back to normal by the end of the story. And actually drew them here. And that was it. That's the furthest I've gotten. Drew that back in 2010, so for 2 years worth of stuff. Alright, so that's it for that video. This video, I mean. So, I'll see you guys later. JFM out. Goodbye.